My name is Tiffany Calhoun. I'm the owner of Sacred Vitality Healing. I am a quantum healer, a soul alignment coach, um, Reiki master. I'm a reflector in human design. Oh, there's so much. I help my clients transmute any negative patterns, anything that's holding you back from feeling light, aligned, empowered, and really free to be yourself authentically. And I use a variety of modalities in order to help you cross that path, including somatic breath work, women's retreats, Reiki, Akashic healing, and records reading, and intuitive guidance. So my gift is that I feel your traumas, your limiting beliefs, your triggers. I feel them in my body. It creates a clear cognizance of what needs to be said, an inner knowing, and then I speak that. And so as we're going through this journey, as I'm reflecting back to you, what I'm feeling, it might feel as though I'm reading your mind. I assure you, I don't think I've tuned into that superpower yet, but it's more of like a knowing in my body and then just a deep reassurance of connection to where you're at and helping you to see yourself in your highest reflection of light in this now moment. So I'll show you your truth. I'll act as your mirror. I'll help you to see where you're out of alignment, help you nudge you back into alignment. And I'm very excited to start this 4 weeks with you all today. And I've already opened up the space with some beautiful Reiki energy. So you might be feeling just like a warm hug held and supported, and happy to connect and ready to get started. Just for everybody who hasn't done my style of breath work, I lead a conscious connected breath. It's a holotropic style breath work. So tonight's going to be deeply transformational with the ability to connect to higher states of consciousness through our breath. After breathing for about 55 minutes, we will be able to organically produce DMT with our brains. And this is the spirit molecule. It's the psychedelic property present in ayahuasca, and we're able to produce that in our bodies. So the whole point of doing so is to reach these higher states of consciousness, to gain clarity, to rewire our subconscious mind. So it's really funny. Deanna heard somewhere in her mind that I would do an Astral Codes breathwork.
You're right. I kept saying that, and you're like, "Oh, okay. Yeah."
Okay. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna see what drops in. And
Mhm.
then she was actually supposed to start with a soul's journey breathwork tonight. And her schedule's
Mhm.
been very, very busy. So I offered to take
Mhm.
the spot, and it happens to be 8/7. We're right at the Lionsgate portal. And I'm like, oh, are these the astral codes that we're working with? Okay, I can play with it. So tonight is going to be really, really powerful. We're going to set the intention to open up our Akashic records. We're going to meet our star family. We're going to have an Akashic healing temple with Isis. It's going to be pretty dope. So
Mhm.
that's the type of energy we're playing with tonight. And this Lionsgate portal, for when this is recorded, will be the energy in this recording indefinitely. Um, will be that of just welcoming in so much abundance, that main character energy, like finally fucking breaking free and figuring out what's holding you back. So a lot of that energy tonight. I just want to walk you through a little bit of what you can expect with the breath work. As you're doing this physically, you might feel tingling, you might feel tetany, which is your hands moving into like a lobster claw. It is a biochemical reaction from taking in more carbon dioxide. It's also all of our chakras are like blasted open during breath work, and I fully believe that our hands are our most powerful portals. So um just love on lobster claws. They are energetic, wands. Guide them to your body, allow them to heal you in ways that you have not been healed before. You might get dizzy, you might get lightheaded, but you are laying down. We are laying down without a pillow under our head. You can have a pillow under your knees for like a bolster if you need it. Emotions are going to come up. This style of breath work is like flicking the sides of a soda can and then all the bubbles rise to the surface. So we're going to be doing that. Everything that's stored in our cellular memory, in our fascia, is going to start to like move and shake and become just jazzed with energy and over oxygenation. And it's going to break free and it's going to break loose. And as that does happen, biophysical energies come flooding through our bodies. And that's energy in motion. That's an emotion. And so these are going to come up. Don't push them down. You are being held safe. We're here to express these feelings now. You are not going through the trauma again. You don't even have to know what it is exactly that you're feeling, seeing, what's coming up. Just let it go. If you feel the need to grunt on your exhale, if you feel the need to cry, if you feel the need to scream, do it. Also, if you feel a need to move your body, shake your arms, you're not a totem pole. We are dynamic creatures. We're breathing and we're moving. So if you find yourself just laying there and you're really uncomfortable, just move. Mentally, we're going into a state of transient hyperfrontality, which is basically where our frontal cortex goes offline and the inner critic stops judging us. So your ego is going to try to distract you from allowing that to happen. Your ego turns into like a real bitch until 25 minutes. And then after that, you're good to go. I swear it's just a hypnotic, habitual breath after that. And if you find yourself thinking about yesterday's laundry, come back to the sound of my voice, come back to the music. Music is intentionally chosen. It's here to guide you. So I'm going to play some songs and I'm going to coach you through this. And we're just going to let the breathing take us where it's meant to go. So my intention for this breath work tonight and is to hold a beautiful space for you all to be able to release these traumas, triggers, limiting beliefs, whatever needs to come up. Also to encourage you to take that step to meet your star guides and do all those really cool witchy things that we can do during this powerful portal. So just understand that you're held, you're supported, you're safe, and we'll be setting up a grid so that only beings of the highest light and resonance will be in your space. So if you've never experienced astral projection, like get ready, it's about to get wild. Okay, so the breath tonight, you're not going to be able to hear it on the recording. I hope you can hear it here. It's a two-part breath. We're breathing into our diaphragm and then into our chest, and then relaxing our jaw and exhaling out. It's a very passive exhale, very active inhale. It's going to sound like, and I know as soon as I always do that and then I listen back to the recording, it's not there. It's like magically silent. Zoom does not like to hear how we breathe. So just, when in doubt, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Conscious connected breathing. We are not pausing at the bottom. We're not pausing at the top. It's just, going very slow with the pace. Let me bring up the music right now, and you guys can think about the intention that you're wanting to set for the breath work tonight. Get comfortable in a laying down position, no pillow under our heads. Maybe have, blanket beside you, pillow beside you in case when we do a cathartic exhale or release, if you have children sleeping or somebody in the other room, so as not to scare them. And let me pull up the music and we'll get going. So thinking about that intention, taking a few minutes to settle into that now, taking in a last deep breath, letting it out with a sigh, just scanning your body, feeling into it, feeling if there's any place that's calling your attention that needs to be relaxed a little bit more. Taking a deep breath into that space, saying your hips are tight, breathe into your hips and release them. And we're going to start off slow. I don't like to I'm not a marathon sprinter. So we're gonna start with some beautiful, deep, slow breaths. So breathing into our diaphragm, breathing into our chest, letting that go. Very slow. We're just like stretching out the fascia in between our ribs, stretching out the expansiveness of our lungs. Just making space for it all. We're really just wanting to see how big we can get that belly on the inhale, how big we can get that chest on the second inhale. And then just like releasing it, feeling our jaws, just release any tension with that. I'm here to push you. I'm here to motivate you, but I can't come through the screen and breathe for you. So we're just continuing with that cyclical breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale at a pace that feels really good. Pace that feels like you can do this all night. We're not stressing, we're not worrying. We're just clearing. We're just moving right now. Good. We're going to set the intention right now to establish a grid of divine protection around us. Calling in all of the guides, all of our angels, all of the ascended masters present during this Lionsgate portal. This beautiful connection with Sirius, feeling the energies of ancient Egypt, feeling the presence of Isis, Hathors. Keeping with that breath, really slow, really intentional, just stretching out all that fascia around our lungs, around our lower back, our mid back. Just with every inhale, we're just like crackling through that resistance and then exhaling out. I'm feeling this beautiful golden white light energy begin to descend from Sirius, our spiritual sun. Feeling that energy flow into our atmosphere, into our planet, selecting you and coming down in a beautiful, rich column around your whole body. From your head to your toe, several meters worth of light flowing into your space, anchoring into your heart as you breathe in, breathe out. And just feeling the shift as this light, as this healing, nurturing, spiritual guidance flows through your whole body. Allowing this to shift you. Feeling the expression of our highest self. Knowing the presence of our guides and our angels is near, and we are safe. The highest benevolent frequencies of the pantheon of cosmic and galactic history is surrounding us in this field with a deep, unconditional love, a beautiful nurturing and peacefulness. And we're keeping with that breath. And we're calling on our oversoul, we're calling on our monadic soul family, we're calling on our star family. Anyone in resonance of the highest healing frequency to assist in clearing and healing today, be present during this decree. I call upon the Lords of the Akashic Records now to open my records to me, to allow me to see, to feel, to know what is true in the resonance of unconditional love and truth as I align to my golden timeline during this powerful portal and gateway. I give permission to the Lords of my Akashic Records, my higher self, for any clearing and healing that is available to me to remove with light and love any multidimensional wounding, releasing anything that needs to be healed, removed, closed, cleared, canceled from my records once and for all during this decree today. And so it is, and feeling that intention roll through your body with a ripple of energy anchoring into your heart space, feeling your frequency shift and rise. And trusting that that is the connection point as you rise up into the dimension of the Akashic records. And we're keeping with that breath. And it's still pure, and it's still slow, and it's beautiful, and it's easy. And we know we can do this all night. We're just stretching. That's all it is. Experiencing stretch in a different way, like tight hamstrings with our lungs. Beautiful. And as we are breathing, we're starting to scan our bodies, starting at the top of our heads, our crown chakra, scanning our foreheads. Are we feeling any tension in our temples? Are we clenching anything in our face, in our jaw? Sometimes, we have this subconscious tension of our jaw that reflects in our temples, releasing that as this light flows through your body. And keeping with that breath, the light scans down further into our necks. Feeling any tension in your neck, rolling your shoulders, moving your head from side to side. Yes, no, yes, no. Just releasing any tension that's built up as you're breathing, making sure that your jaw is just open, relaxed. And that exhale is just a beautiful sigh. And we're moving into the shoulders, and we're asking our shoulders to do a roll and a scrunch and a stretch. And we're feeling any of that fascia and that tightness just release. And the light is now moving into our heart space, in our bra line. Are our ribs relaxed? Is the middle of our back relaxed? Do we need to arch side to side? Do we need to do a little stretch? Feeling that light move down to our belly button. Are our abs relaxed? Are we, for some reason, holding tension in our abs? Puff that belly out. Make that belly jelly. Breathe into it and just really feel yourself take up space. Give yourself permission to take up the space. You don't need to be tense in your belly right now. This is not the time. Keeping with that breath, inhale, inhale, exhale. And we're moving that light down into our hips and into our pelvis. We're asking ourselves, are we scrunching any muscles here? Are we holding any tension in our pelvis? Can we do a 360? Can we do a figure 8? Can we do a little worm? Releasing any tension in that tailbone, in the hip bones, in the pelvis. And feeling that energy and that light move down our legs, moving into our knees. Keeping with the breath, how are your knees? Checking in there. Do you need to stretch them? Do you need to flay them? Do you need to roll them? Feeling the tension release, continuing with this pace, this breath, this beautiful, slow intro breath. Feeling the energy and the light flow down into our calves, our ankles. Can your ankles be rolled? Can they be flexed? Can they be pointed? Releasing any tension. Do you maybe need to lift your feet up? Are you experiencing any tension or pulling? Raise your legs, put a pillow under them. You can move. And we get the energy and the light flowing into the feet now, checking on your toes. Scrunch your toes, move them around. Beautiful. And one last scan of the body. Is there anywhere that can be relaxed even 1% more? And with the second song, as we move into a slightly faster pace, the invitation is to increase the speed of your breath and also increase the depth of your breath. So as this song picks up, breathing a little bit more rapidly, a little bit deeper. You should be all stretched out. Beautiful. There's a nice drum beat that you can follow in this song. And as we feel that beat, the invitation to connect with it. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Full breath deep into the belly, deep into the chest. Making sure that we're feeling that expansion, knowing that we're safe. Just asking yourself, how deep do you want to go tonight? Are you ready to start to see the reality of the game that you are in? Are you ready to see how conditioned you are to play small and allow your higher self to take the wheel tonight and show you just all the possibilities? Opening your eyes to all the illusions you've been sold, all the stories that you've been told that are keeping you small, all the stories around money, the weirdness of money. Like, what even is money in this realm? I bet you your higher self could show you a beautiful interpretation of an energetic exchange from where your soul is from. As you're clearing your mind, asking your guides, your higher self, your star family to take you there. Take me to where my soul's origins are, or the most prominent aspect of my soul. Take me there and show me. Show me how things are exchanged so that I can have a different concept of money, one that can lighten the frequency of it here. Beautiful. Keeping with the breath. And once you're aware of how things operate on frequency and energetics in your soul's story, money on this weird little planet, third from the sun, will not impact you the way that it always has. I mean, there are planets where it rains diamonds. Diamonds. And once you're aware of that and you can feel that in your body, you're empowered and you're free. But we sit here in this 3D world and we worry about the bills and we worry about taxes and weird things like that. And all we have to do is just open up our minds and expand into the energetics of energy exchange. And money is energy, and money wants to be spent. It doesn't want to be locked in a cage, the bank. It wants to be spent. So the more that we recognize this cyclical nature of the energy of money, the more we can manifest it. The less fear there is that once it gets depleted, it's never coming back. Because it is, it's a cycle. And we're just continuing with that breath, and we're going on these little journeys in our mind. You're in control. safe. Depth over speed, but if you're breathing too slow, your invitation is to pick that up now. Letting that belly relax, letting that chest relax, letting go of any blocks. As we're ramping up towards this midway point of this song into the next song, just understand that this is when your ego mind is absolutely going crazy. Like a monkey in a cage, just telling you, stop. Continue to ask to be shown amazing things inside your records. They're open, they're available to you. When we open your records before a breath work, the images that you're seeing are in love and unconditional truth in your Akashic records. They're not just a storyline that's playing out in this realm. It's not just a vignette of normal like daydream or meditation. It can be really potent. So ask the questions. And if you feel like the responses you're getting are crazy, that's okay. Beautiful. Okay, we're revving up the engines just a bit. A little bit more powerful in the breath. A little bit more of a force behind the inhale and the exhale. Thinking back to the intention that you set before you came into this breath to help you get through this next song of agitated ego. Breathing. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. If your mind is creeping in, edge it out by just keep coming back to that breath. Feeling into this beautifully potent portal. There's a lot of collective anxiety right now. I'm thinking a little bit about what could be adding to anxiety, or it's like a spiciness in the field. And in your own world, because as within, as without, as above, so below, everything that happens in our own world is also happening on the bigger scale. So thinking into your world, where you're experiencing little bits of anxiety or spiciness, we're wanting to see a deeper layer to that so that we can clear that and we can raise our frequency and we can raise the frequency in this collective. So thinking about what is causing you a little bit of angst right now. Timelines. Is our timeline off? Like, are we doing things fast enough? What's holding us back? Why isn't it happening? Timelines with love, timelines with success, timelines with all the things. And really below that is this trigger of comparison, right? Who even set the timeline? Whose timeline was this that we're on? And why can I even ascertain if I'm ahead or behind. Thinking about that comparison, that thief of joy, and thinking about your timeline, whatever this tension is in your timeline, and what would feel most ideal for you. This angst in your timeline, this spiciness, this anxiety in your timeline, what would feel most blissful? Imagining this highest expression of this timeline, devoid of any aspect that is giving you this anxiety. What has to go? Who has to go? Is it a person? Is it a habit? Is it an environment? Keeping with the breath, asking yourself these questions. And as you ask them, bring your guides into it. Ask it in the records. If it's nothing that you can identify in this lifetime in particular, you have this tool available. And so when we ask this question of what's got to go, who's got to go, trusting that the face that you're seeing, that the environment that you're seeing, that the lifestyle that you're seeing, that you're feeling, that you're knowing, that's coming to mind right now, that's it. That's what's got to go. And it can be hard. It can be hard to break away. And that spiciness is like our nervous system telling us, like, it's just not going to deal with this anymore. And that break will feel so much better than sticking it out. Keeping with your breath as we move into this fifth song. A little bit more of a higher beat. Breathing a little faster, breathing a little deeper. It's a little bit easier right now. We're shaking out that ego. We're getting into that more of a hypnotic, cyclical breath where we're just breathing, we're listening. We've identified what we need to let go of that's causing that friction in our timeline. And so now that we understand that, what do we need to call in more of? Ask your guides, ask your higher self, show me what I need to butter this timeline up with to make it chef's kiss, perfection. And maybe it's showing you a place you need to visit or a lifestyle habit that you need to implement. Maybe it's showing you work that you have to do. Maybe it's giving you a download of an idea for a business. Trust that. Ask your guides, show me how this timeline looks. And ride that wave. Keeping with the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. So now we see what's available to us. Are there any other blocks that are keeping this from you? And maybe it's not a block, maybe it's a tendency, a loop, a pattern. Overthinking, ruminating. Keeping with the breath. Breathing in, we're breathing in, we're breathing out. This pattern of rumination, this pattern of overthinking, wanting to go deeper on that. Like analysis paralysis, this perfectionism. If it's not perfect enough, we just have to keep looping, and that is not the case. We're needing to take messy, small steps forward to build that confidence so that we can really start to create more. So when it all stays in the mind, when this creative energy all stays in the mind in a loop, it never makes it down to our sacral chakra. It never makes it down to our power center of creation. So your guides are wanting you now to take this looping thought and place it in your heart. This dream, this desire, this goal, this manifestation, place it in your heart. Because these things hold us back. This rumination, this persistent desire to be perfect. And then when we place that manifestation in our heart and we ask, is this truly meant for me? Is this of my highest? Is this lighting me up? Is this what I desire? Asking those questions about something you're ruminating on, and you either get your heart exploding as a yes, this is exactly what I want to do, or meh, you know, this sounds good, but like it's not lighting me up, right? And like the biggest gift of all is to take those ruminations, realize they're not for us, and let them go. Poof. Let it go. And if you are lit up by this, send it down into your sacral. Send it down. Ask your highest self to help you press that energy into your creative portal and feel the expansion. And feel that energy start to move all around your body. But if you've released it and it's gone. It's gone for good now. No more rumination on thoughts that don't matter. We're only keeping the manifestations that are lighting us up. Because as we enter this portal, we're in it, it's the day before the 8th. But as we're in this portal, this Lionsgate portal, manifestations are going to be happening so fast. If you're stuck ruminating in your brain over something that isn't actually perfect for you, your heart is not excited about it, you're wasting your time. And we're accelerating this. Let it go if it's not for you. If it's for you, you done the heart test. Now it's in your creative center and it's brewing. And it's going to catch that wave of manifestation during this portal, I assure you. Beautiful. Keeping with that breath, we're increasing the pace. We're feeling good about this. We're moving our body, especially if you have a little nugget of creation in your sacral chakra right now. We're moving, rolling our hips, we're expanding our chest, we're rolling our shoulders. We're having that energy move because this frequency that it's on is enough to help remove blocks. And so we're wanting it to kind of like dance and undulate in our bodies, filling up our whole beingness with this energy of a creative fucking goddess. Beautiful. And every breath, we're just going deeper and deeper. We're awakening, we're transcending. Keeping with the breath. Beautiful. Another beautiful aspect of this 8-8, this Lionsgate portal, this up-leveling your radiance, is this main character energy, this Leo energy, which is really quite stunning because we postponed this retreat by a whole month so we could be in this Leo energy. And so we're wanting to really look deeper at being seen, at having the spotlight on us, at being recognized for our gifts. And if any of those things that I'm saying is triggering you right now, we're going there. When I say this is the energy of being seen, if your whole beingness contracts, keep with that breath as this music is paused. If your body contracts, ask your guides, ask yourself, where is this coming from? What part of my body is contracting? Obviously, the solar plexus would indicate self-confidence. The heart would indicate walls being put up to protect yourself. If you're feeling it in your lower belly, maybe it's a safety mechanism from some kind of trauma you've experienced either in your birth, through a birth, or through a romantic partnership or traumatic event. If it's happening in your throat, persecution wounds from a past life or from your teenage years, really thinking about where you're feeling this contraction energy of being seen, being recognized, being kind of celebrated for your gifts. And we're breathing. Inhale, inhale, exhale. And thinking back to when, where, how those emotions got stuck there. What happened? Who happened? Because obviously you were put on this earth to shine your bright light as best as possible. So what happened? Who happened? What happened to you? finding that time point. And if it's not in this lifetime, I mean, it could be persecution. Ask your guides, your records are open. Show me when this happened to my soul. Show me the most relevant experience in my contract that needs to be released. Keeping with the breath. Beautiful. And as we call upon our higher self to help us radiate this expression of the queen, the priestess, the goddess, what do we need to release? Shame, doubt, guilt, all those things, all those low vibrational emotions that keep us trapped. Because I can guarantee you that the moment in time that that constriction happened, that person doesn't even remember doing it. That event wasn't a huge impact to you. It was probably something so silly. Keeping with the breath. And now we have the awareness of when it happened. And you can see yourself in that moment and you can say to that little person, that younger version of you or that past self, this does not define you. This is not who you are. You are here to express yourself confidently, authentically. Your gifts are needed in this time. Your gifts are needed. We are all here for one reason, but also all of us are here for a reason together. We have a mission and we have a collective mission. And if you're not doing your part because of these contractions, allow that to leave your field now. And call upon your gifts to awaken, to amplify. This is an amplification portal. And this beautiful gold light that's surrounding your body is filling you up with star codes from Sirius, from your soul family, from your monadic family. And all the codes you have are available now. These confidence codes, these queen, priestess, goddess. Beautiful. Keeping with the breath, welcoming that in. We're so fucking done playing small. These little humans. We are stretching our entire energetic body out now. No longer human, fully light. And embracing all of that. And calling that in. And feeling our entire energy field just fill up with warmth and heat and this desire to finally express. Beautiful. I'm thinking about anything that was keeping you small. Just releasing that from your field. Now we're going to breathe in. We're going to hold our breath just for a little bit of time. And on the exhale, I want you to let that go with a sigh, a cry, a scream, or a moan, whatever feels good to you. Maybe grab your pillow if you're feeling like you need to get it out. But on my count, 1, 2, 3, breathing in, holding that, squeezing your entire core, feeling all that pranic energy rush and flow through all of your cells, lighting you up like a fucking light switch into that goddess that you are. Feeling and knowing and understanding that you have all the codes that you need in order to fully, authentically shine and be yourself and step into that main character energy. And when you're in that main character energy, when you're in that frequency, all the frequencies of the universe are going to shower down with you and give you everything that you are calling in. And on my count, we're going to let it go, knowing that it is true. 1, 2, 3, let it go. Ah! Breathing it out. Beautiful. Getting right back into that breath. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Beautiful. I just have a few more songs at this active breathing. I'm doing great. Starting to feel and know into how we've limited ourselves and how that no longer exists. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy of feeling like we needed to play small, keeping us ignorant of who we are. And we're shifting our perception, we're shifting our frequency. Beautiful. So in this new perception of you, in this new frequency of you, you're going to create and activate your power and potential. And I want you to ask in your field now, to your guides, to your higher self, one word response. Filtered down, what is my soul's essence? And whatever word or feeling floods your body, floods your knowingness, trust that as the truth. We're all here to hold a vibration. One specific vibration, and that is our essence. Mine is truth. You might have heard peace. You might have heard harmony. You might have heard play. Just trusting that the word that hit your beingness is in fact true. And distilling that word down. Feel that in your body. And think of all the choice points in your life where you were not in that essence. If you heard truth, think of the times in your life where you maybe were in lies. If you heard play, think of the times in your life where you were shut down from that. Whatever the word was, find your opposite. Think of the choice points in your life that define some of the worst times, probably. They come back and they hit you and they're, oh, gross. I don't want to think about those. I know. Keeping with the breath. Beautiful. About 8 minutes left of breathing. So we just got hit in the face with all these moments of time that were not our truest essence. They were not our highest expression. They were not our main character energy. They were us playing small. They were us trying to get ahead, us trying to cheat the system, us whatever we were doing. Probably before our Saturn return, before our prefrontal cortex was fully formed, like just being idiots, right? But thinking about the way you feel when you're not in your highest expression of self. And anything that you might have done to cause yourself shame, guilt, trauma in those moments. And taking a deep breath into those. And on this next exhale, we're just gonna like shake that shit out. We are not that person. We're not her. Thinking about all the times that you were in that word, in that highest expression. All this flood of beautiful emotional gift. When you're here for truth and you're expressing truth, thinking about those moments, feeling more of that. When you're here for play and you're being recognized for it and you're being told, you light me up. You helped me because you are so free. Right? How good that feels in your entire beingness. Welcoming in that frequency. More of that, please. Yes, more of that, please. And we're not pushing it out. We're not questioning it. We're just accepting it. And that frequency of your truest expression, the more you're on that, the more you're on your timeline. Your highest expression puts you on your aligned timeline. You're remembering that. And taking the power back to live on your terms. Beautiful. Remember who you really are and how fucking powerful you really are. And it's not the silly stuff. The power doesn't come from the silly stuff. It doesn't come from your job title, where you live, what kind of car you drive. Your power comes from that word, comes from that essence. All the labels, all the boxes, all the identities, they're here to keep us separated, fighting against each other, just reinforcing the biggest lie that's ever been told to humans. So the more we can each stand as an individual light, expressing our essence, and only that, letting go of the rest, it's all attached to the ego. It's not important. You don't take that with you. You take your essence with you. Your soul carries that essence through multiple lifetimes in parallel dimensions, past, present, future self. That is your essence. And it's been with you since your soul broke off from source. I mean, think about that. That is why it comes so naturally to you. And they can't take that from you, and you can't cover that with an identity. These labels, they just keep us from understanding that we are all one. And each of us expresses fractals of the all. And so she's play, she's peace, she's truth, he's love, he's grounding, right? All the fractals that make up the one, and we all express a component of it. Now you can start to see the importance of why you need to reflect that outward. Because it's like if you don't give your toddler all their meals, they're lacking, right? They're going to not be happy. They're not going to be helpful. They're not going to be a team player in the house. They're going to be like having tantrums, right? Keeping with the breath. We have one more song after this, and then we get to go on a beautiful journey. Doing great. Beautiful. So this last song, I want you to just breathe as deep and as powerfully as possible. We're going to do a breath hold. We're going to let it go. And then we're going to move into a more relaxing breath. So you're 3 minutes away from having a more calm breath. And every breath is an opportunity in the song to just reveal and rewrite. Our programs that cover our essence are not our fault. They have been passed down since the dawn of time. The separation of the one. Keeping with the breath, breathing. We're welcoming in a new way of existing outside of this web of illusions where we just focus on what we know and how to express ourselves in our most authentic truth, free of all the shame, guilt, and whatever that we carried through our lifetime. We're over it. It's behind us. We're a new person after this. We just get to be. We get to just be. Beautiful. So when we think about how we can freely express ourselves, how we can just be this vibe of this word, all that in. What is blocking you from that? What is keeping you from just expressing this? Who, what, where? Anything that comes to mind right now, it's got to go. If it's a person, bye. If it's a place, yep, work on finding a new environment. If it's a habit or a lifestyle, that's easy. Okay. No more doom scrolling. Got it. No more comparison on Instagram. Check. On my count, we're going to hold this in. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath. Squeezing your core, squeezing your belly, squeezing everything so that all that energy rushes through your entire body. It's clearing out, it's scraping away all of whatever's keeping you stagnant from expressing yourself fully, keeping you small. It's going now. It's all being scraped away. You can feel it. Little tingles just taking it all away. On my count, we're going to let it go with a beautiful sigh, cry, scream, moan, whatever feels good to you in this moment in time, taking it all away and aligning you to your highest timeline. 1, 2, 3, let it go. Let it go, out. Shaking, shaking. Beautiful. And getting into a more relaxed breath, breathing in through our nose and breathing out.
Do you want to know what enlightenment is?
I'll leave you with this song and I will be back.
It's with you every moment. It's a back and forth, letting go of your attachment to yourself, to outcomes, letting go to the way things are. I could let go of everything, or I could let go of right or wrong, it would get deeper and deeper. And it was amazing. I could sense the lifetime of judgment against myself. And letting that go. With thoughtless breath, instant bliss returns. Instant infinity, infinity, infinity. I didn't transcend my ego. We became partners. We became teammates.
Coming back to the sound of my voice. I want you to think back to a time, it doesn't matter how old you were. Just tap into a memory where you felt fully in your power. Not controlled by anything external. It's filled with hope and optimism and an inner knowing that you were in control of your life. And if nothing is coming up, just use this current moment as your time. You're fully in control of your life in this moment. But when you have that memory, feel it, step into it. See what you saw then, feel what you felt then. A full Technicolor vision. And what are you doing with all this power? Who are you with? What are the details? See it, feel it viscerally. And I want you to imagine that whole experience of aliveness, fully in control, forming in front of your face like a snow globe, growing in consciousness with every breath, with every heartbeat, growing in size, breathing into this memory of you in all your power. And we're going to ask our guides to turn the hue of this memory to a beautiful yellow glow. And we're going to breathe this memory in of us in our highest expression, our highest power. We're going to breathe it into our diaphragm, right into our solar plexus. On my count, purse your lips and breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Holding that beautiful yellow glow of energy with you in your highest expression, in your solar plexus, in your diaphragm. That confidence, that control, that deep knowing that you are living authentically. You are capable of it. And feeling that expression beginning to ripple through your body, feeling that knowingness, that confidence, that control, that autonomy flow through your entire body. Just kicking out anything that is not in vibration with it. Feeling your whole body tingle from your nose to your toes in truth. And on my count, letting it go with a sigh. 1, 2, 3. And coming back to a normal breath, breathing in your nose and exhaling through your nose. And coming back to the sound of my voice, I want you to begin breathing into your heart space. With every breath, seeing a beautiful glow in your heart field. With every exhale, breathing into your heart field, seeing that glow begin to expand in every direction. So our inhale is charging our heart chakra, and then that recycling of the energy of our breath on the exhale, continuing to charge our heart chakra until a beautiful golden ball of light begins to form. And as this light expands and leaves our body, it begins to form into the shape of a portal, a doorway, a few feet in front of us. We're going to set the intention now for your guides, the lords of your Akashic records, to open the doorway to our healing temple of light. It's a beautiful space in the quantum where we can heal our Akashic records. and receive guidance from our higher self, ascended masters, and our guides and angels. And when this beautiful doorway begins to form, take a step through it. Ask your guides to show you where your healing temple is. They're going to take you to a relaxing and beautiful scene. And as you begin to walk towards your temple of light, taking notice of what's around you, noticing, does this feel like earth? Does this feel like this time? Is this in the past? Is this really far in the future? What even is time here? Beginning to walk towards your temple now, and however it looks is absolutely perfect. It could be a pyramid. It could be a Roman temple on a hill. It could be a spaceship or a pod. Whatever your guides are showing you is accurate. It's truth. As you near the doorway to your healing temple of light, the door begins to show an inscription of light language. And it's nothing that you know how to read, but intrinsically it makes sense to you. And you wave your hand in front of the door and it opens. And you walk in to a beautiful room of light. So bright that you can hardly see. In the middle, there's a jade healing table. And through the other side, a beautiful light is approaching you. And you can't tell what it is, but as you get closer, you realize this is your higher self, fully transcended into the light being that you are. And as your resonance begins to rise to match hers, you settle into a deep understanding and knowing, and you can feel what she looks like. You can see aspects of the face, of the hair, of the outfit, shimmering in and out of beingness. She's coming down for you, but she's asking that you come up for her. And she takes your hand, and in that immediate recognition, your body fills with so much energy and light, tingling, upgrading. Takes you over to the jade table in the center of the room and helps you up top. And we're going to call in any other ascended master wanting to work with you today. I'm going to call in Isis and the Hathors for this special portal of Lion's Gate. I'm calling any guides, any angels, Raphael, Michael for protection, Ariel, Metatron is wanting to come through. We're going to ask them to help facilitate a healing across all space and time that will help remove any form of attachment to lower vibrational frequencies that we've experienced while not living in our highest expression. We're also going to ask that they do this clearing through our mind, body, our energy body, our etheric body, across all incarnations, all timelines, past, present, parallel, completely and 100% removing anything that would seek to recreate this, clearing any multidimensional memories or imprints where you've experienced wandering off of your authenticity, your highest expression, your main character energy, your goddess archetype, your most radiant self. Allow me to retain any useful memories and lessons while removing anything that is unnecessary and harmful from my Akashic records now. Burning them all and sending them up through this beautiful column of light that has been surrounding your body this entire time. Sending them up to Sirius to be turned into something more beautiful and almost like a burst from a star. Golden flecks of light begin to re-enter your temple, ready to grow. I'm going to ask your guides for an energy healing and upgrade in the highest light and resonance that is available to you now. Isis, place her hands on your crown, and the Hathors place their hands on your heart, your higher self, at your solar plexus, knowing your full authenticity and imbuing that into your field now. And as you begin to feel the waves, the upgrades, the clearings, just feeling gratitude and peace. Beautiful. We're going to ask Isis, the Hathors, all of our guides and angels, is there a gift that you are ready to access that will only be used for the highest good of the collective consciousness? And if so, please begin to drop the codes into your field now. Understanding that activation during a portal like this will come exactly when it is meant to. Asking them to show you the power of this gift and to download a complete set of instructions so that you are not wandering and wondering how best to utilize this. You are shown with certainty exactly the purpose of you having this gift. Removing any stagnation or blockages or interference in the field that is preventing you from receiving all the necessary updates and upgrades. understanding that this is a two-way transmission, and do not leave it uncertain. Be sure to ask any questions about this gift while you have this channel open. And now asking your higher self to show you aspects of your soul's origin. However you are desiring to see this, set that intention now. If you would like to visit home, if you would like to rejoin with your monadic group, if you would like to know more about your origin story, ask to be shown. As you're being shown these origins, ask that your guides, your higher self, and all of the Ascended Masters present help to imbue these codes in your field, restoring memory, restoring knowings, removing the veil, helping you to make the connection. Helping you to impart wisdom from that timeline. Helping you to understand this cycle of samsara. And lastly, asking Isis and the Hathors and all of the angels present to remove any last blocks from your Akashic records from this contract that need to be removed now, that are ready to be removed across all space and time, all reality, all dimensions, all incarnations, past, present, future, and parallel. Feeling a full body scan, identifying any blocks, any implants, any interference. Releasing them now. And where they're being pulled from your field, from your body, from your auric field. This beautiful column of golden white light of the highest feeling frequency that has been surrounding you this entire time immediately fills that in with light. And this beautiful light energy allows for the healing and expansion of all that was to now be in unconditional love and truth. And when you're ready, taking one last moment to ask these beautiful beings of light any question of choice. And it's with gratitude and love that we thank Isis, the Hathors, Metatron, Michael, Raphael, and our higher selves for guidance, love, and wisdom today. And thanking our record keepers, the lords of our Akashic records, for all knowledge, healing, upgrades, and wisdom. Understanding that as we get off this table, we're closing our records, releasing any and all energy back to self. And it's with gratitude and thanks. We are so appreciative for all the upgrades and all the healing that has been provided. And take your moment to say goodbye as your higher self begins to walk you back towards the door that you entered. And with the wave of a hand, the door opens. And you step back out into that most peaceful place with a new sense of appreciation for your soul's journey. Walking back down that path towards that portal of light held open. And as you step through it, beginning to feel your consciousness merge with your crown chakra, beginning to bring some movement to our eyebrows, feeling our third eye combine, layering on top of ourself, our throats connecting, maybe giving a little smile as our heart fields merge. Taking a deep breath into your heart, feeling our solar plexus lay on top of our diaphragm, and our sacral join with our womb. And as our roots merge, we begin to feel a beautiful glowing energy start to emerge and grow and weave through the bedrock beneath us, down, down, into the soil, merging with a beautiful red jasper deep in the earth. And when you feel your roots start to wrap around the jasper, give an energetic tug and begin to feel the energy flow back up through your root, all the way back up to your crown. Taking a deep breath in, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes, rolling onto one of our sides. Taking pause, expressing gratitude for this beautiful journey. And when you're ready, maybe taking a sip of water, collecting your thoughts. These DMT meditations are like a dream. So I encourage you to grab your journal and write down some thought points before they slip away, like a fleeting memory. You can stay on your side for this, maybe take a sip of water. And I will go ahead and end the recording, and we can stay on for a few minutes to decompress, to integrate. So I want to thank everyone who's listening on the recording for a beautiful breathwork journey. Make sure that you listen to your body tomorrow. No crazy activities. Drink lots of water. Maybe take an Epsom salts bath. Hydrate your water with electrolytes. Just be really gentle. You could have flu-like symptoms if you purged a lot of toxins. If you have any questions or need any support, please do feel free to reach out to one of your guides. And we will see you next week when the recording of Sherelle kicks off. Thank you.